Good morning, everyone. This is your girl, Coteria, the one and only, and welcome back to my channel, My Opinions Vlog. Now, let's go ahead and get into this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef that's been going on, I'll say, for about a week now, okay? Now, y'all know Kendrick Lamar responded to Drake, last song that he put out, which was called Push-Ups. Okay, now Drake responded to a lot of people: Future, Metro Boomin, Kendrick Lamar. He kind of threw shots at J. Cole, Rick Ross, and maybe some other people in Push-Ups. Okay, now Push-Ups has 9,700,000 views. 9,700,000 views on the Push-Ups. And so you got Kendrick Lamar. He responded with Euphoria. Okay, now Euphoria got 18 million views on YouTube. Then he also dropped Meet the Grams, which got 20 million views on YouTube. And the last one is called Not Like Us, which has 27 million. So when I tell you, Kendrick Lamar honestly have won when it comes down to this battle rap and this beefing, going back and forth with Drake. It seemed like people like the Kendrick Lamar lyrics and diss tracks way more than Drake. You understand? So, this is kind of like the second rap battle that Drake has lost thus far, because he let me correct. He lost the one with Pusha T. According to popular beliefs in the general public, he lost to Pusha T, and it looks like he don't lost to Kendrick Lamar. Now, remember, Drake had a beef with Meek Mills. If you ask me, I'm gonna say Drake, beat Meek Mills. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Meek Mills beat Drake, but like I said, we can agree to disagree. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe Drake beat Meek Mills in a rap battle. But one thing I respect about Drake is that Drake is not a sore loser. Drake will respond. He will answer to any rapper that wants to battle him, and I respect that. Now, they saying that Drake got ghostwriters. He's not like his sister, Nicki Minaj, and he doesn't write all his raps, and I truly believe that. I don't think Drake really is a writer like this. I mean, a writer like that. I don't think he is a lyricist. I don't think his pen game is strong. I do believe that he has ghost writers. Now, do he contribute to the song? Yes, I do think that he helps write his music, but he's not solely doing it by himself. Just like Nicki, I don't think she write everything fully by herself. She has help as well. But one thing I can say is, I'm going to go back and forth here. Kendrick Lamar, definitely, you can tell he really writes his raps from beginning to end. You can tell. You can tell when a person, really writes their music. You know what I'm saying? Put their heart and their soul into their music. And you can tell Kendrick Lamar is one of those people. Like I said, Kendrick Lamar is not one of those hype, irrelevant rappers like Drake. Drake have trending type of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, his music, it kind of for a younger audience. He kind of like, he does pop rap, just like Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? You got Kendrick Lamar, who has that serious rap. Okay, like, you have to really kind of like pull up, I feel like, the lyrics to kind of understand Kendrick Lamar music. You understand? And he also don't use auto-tune, which I respect. Drake used auto-tune when it comes down to his music. And also Drake sings. So he is a singing, rapping type of nigga. You understand? That's Drake. That's not Kendrick Lamar. Even though Kendrick Lamar does, harmonize sometimes. But like I said, he just a straightforward rapper. You know what I'm saying? Drake is for, like I said, the industry. He's an industry type of rapper. And Kendrick Lamar is more like a storyteller type of rapper, if you get what I'm saying. Y'all know I'm not into rap. I'm not going to act like I'm here to dissect everything. I'm not. I'm here to get my opinion and kind of touch the surface from what I've seen and gathered from all of this. You understand what I'm saying? One thing I can say, like I said, when I had to pull up the lyrics, and I pulled up the lyrics to Drake and Kendrick Lamar diss tracks, but definitely Euphoria, you had to pull up and read the lyrics, because like I said, Kendrick Lamar, his bars and his lyrics is on another level, and he's slowly kind of like depicting and dissecting Drake slowly. He has really did his research when it comes down to Drake. So the whole little, I'll say, 3 weeks since Drake put out that give me push-ups, Kendrick Lamar was already doing his homework, and I feel like he already clocked Drake way back when. You can tell that he's been studying Drake. Drake was Kendrick Lamar understudy. He's been studying his every move, him being in the industry, the little things that he have done underhandedly. So you can tell when he with the Euphoria, definitely Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us. Drake is a whole walking contradiction and a whole read, because like I said, he's that type of rapper. He likes to be irrelevant. He do everything for streams, just like, his sister. So that's why I say they kind of like, in a way. They do pop music. They do music that is going to be feasible to the young audience to stay relevant. More like Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is a storyteller. He reminds me such as Biggie and, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? He's going to talk about real stuff. The real stuff in his life. Not like, stuff to keep him trendy. So like I say, Kendrick Lamar is more like a J. Cole. This is why, it's crazy that J. Cole never won a Grammy, because he's one of the dopest rappers. He's a real one. Like I said, he don't do music, and he don't put out songs to stream like Drake. You understand? This is why Drake will have more accolades and awards, because like I said, he changed up his music for a younger audience compared to Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, who really, get it out the grind, who really, do authentic, raps. And they rap about their life, real stuff, not made up play stuff, if you get what I'm saying. So this is why it's different. And this is why I'm going to say Kendrick Lamar won. Because like I said, he let us know a lot of things about Drake that we might not know. Because, they always say this industry is full of Illuminatis, all these idol gods and all these secret societies and all this mess. People selling their soul. And I wouldn't be surprised. I do think, Drake, do things to stay relevant. His label don't push, these narratives, do all this to stay relevant, to, be at the top. And so Drake, this is why when you look at how the industry is aligning a lot of these rap artists to go against Drake, they really don't like Drake. They feel like he's a high yellow, young man, because they don't even consider him fully black. He has a white mother. They say he has a black dad, or a dad look like he's mixed with some type of Spanish or whatnot. And so they don't really consider Drake, like authentically black. And then you got to look at Drake past. Drake was a Canadian actor. He was an actor on a hit show called Degrassi, which is like a high school show. He was playing on a football varsity team, then got injured, ended up in a wheelchair. I remember I watched it when I was younger. He was a whole actor. And then, then also when Kendrick Lamar pulled up the blackface, he painted the blackface. That was a whole walk-in read in itself. Because like I said, this stuff is already on the internet, but people, we forget about it. We move on. Drake has got a different image. He's a rapper now. And this is why his acting, mate, when he became a rapper, they kind of like interviewed, like, we never thought Drake was going to be a rapper. Like, we didn't think he could rap. When I seen little past interviews when he, started blowing up as a rapper, like people from Canada looked at Drake like just a regular, white actor. They didn't think that he could rap, so they was kind of taken back when he came out here spitting. And so that's why I say a lot of people felt like, Lil Wayne positioned Drake, he invited him to the Negro backyard barbecue, and now, Drake think he the ish. But some people feel like he ain't even the fart. Shout out to Ice Spice. I like that little saying. So like I said, Kendrick Lamar, definitely Not Like Us. I like that whole beat. That's the type of beat, and like I said, a song that you can replay, that you can, like I said, I love the way he, flowed. And I like the way Kendrick Lamar spit his verse on Not Like Us. I like the whole beat. He's riding the beat. This is why that last song, like Not Like Us, is right now. They said like it's kind of close to being number one on the billboards. Like, even on Spotify, they said that song is at the very, top, almost close to number one. Kendrick came very hard, and he did his homework. Drake, like I said, his song is more, like I said, it's made for streaming. It's made to be submitted to the Billboard charts compared to Kendrick Lamar. So he really did a authentic diss. And like I be telling y'all, I like when you want to battle rapper. Look, it's all in. It's all in. We can't say, okay, you can't talk about this. You can't talk about this. This is old. Now, in the last song, when it come down to Drake, which is called The Hard Part 6, Drake seemed like he's defeated. I see what people are saying. It's like he's tired. He's heavy breathing. Kind of like, look, you kind of put out a lot of, defamatory things, lies, and saying that I'm a pedophile. And they said when you kind of gotta clear up, when you're doing a diss track and you're kind of clearing up allegations and false narratives, they say like you defeated and that you lost. And it kind of sound like Drake he was defeated. Because now, remember, this is just rap. Remember I told you, sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. So when you start to have to, how you say, clear up and be a lawyer and say that this didn't happen, it's not even a diss at this point. It's like you just clearing up what Kendrick Lamar said. And I'm starting to, think and question, is it really true? Because if it ain't true, you were supposed to, like I said, come at him hard. But in the hard part 6, it seemed like you were trying to deny, and clear up what he was saying. So that last track that Drake dropped, the one why the views is kind of poor and it's under Kendrick Lamar because he seems like he is defeated, like he's tired. He's tired of going back and forth. He's tired of addressing what Kendrick Lamar is saying about him. He said that basically that he planted false information or sent false information to Kendrick Lamar about him having a daughter. But like I said, remember, this is rap battle. It don't have to really be the truth. It could be, a lie. It's just part of going back and forth. So like I said, whether it's not the truth, like I said, and you had to do all that for what? So I can tell that, Drake knew what he was getting himself into with Kendrick Lamar. And you see why J. Cole backed out. Because Kendrick Lamar is that nigga. Like I said, he ain't gonna chart and stream like the regular Drake with his music. You understand? And like I said, I'm not taking from Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick Lamar is that man. I've never been a fan of listening to his music, but I came across a couple of his songs. And there is a few that he dropped a couple of years ago that I do like, but I'm not a hardcore fan. You understand? Some people, like I said, feel that Kendrick Lamar is a storyteller type of rapper. And where, Drake, like I said, he's going to trend. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do, music for the young audience. He's going to ride the wave compared to Kendrick Lamar is what I kind of read. I'm a comment reader. I read blogs and stuff like that from editors and stuff like, and journalists. And so, this is what people say about Kendrick and Drake. So that's why I was saying that, Drake knew what he was getting himself into. But remember, when you are relevant and, people consider like Drake the GOAT and he's one of the top male artists in this, in this genre, you know what I'm saying, in this decade, he's at the top. So you got to answer. You got to answer. So when people putting a battery in your back and tell you need to respond, you know what I'm saying, he got to do what he got to do. Because then he going to like he's a pussy, he's weak, he's going to lose credibility. So I understand why Drake had to answer. He may not have wanted to. He probably knew that Kendrick Lamar was going to give him that work. And then he got nerve to say, oh, I'm glad that you came out of hiding. You came out of your hiatus. I kind of like, amped you up to come out your hiatus. However, he did. And like I said, he's at the very top. Kendrick Lamar, y'all got to say Kendrick Lamar is a house nigga. And not to be rude, which meaning he's a husband. He's taking care of his family. He's not in the street. He ain't clubbing like Drake. They got, it's like day and night. Okay, Kendrick Lamar is day and Drake is night. He's a club person. He's living a young life. Drake is like 37 years old, 38. He has one child, but like I said, he still wants to keep up with the Joneses. He still want to be outside. Where you got Kendrick Lamar, he's married, he's a family man. He ain't on that street shit. So that's why I say he couldn't dig up a lot of dirt on Kendrick Lamar because there's no dirt out there. The man is really what we consider a nobody. He ain't a party goer. You're not going to find anything negative. You're going to find a whole lot of negative with Drake because he got his hand in a cookie jar and doing a lot of stuff. He's around a lot of niggas. He got mob ties. He paying gangs and stuff. He's messing with, real young, almost close underage girls. You understand? So we don't see videos about that. We don't see interviews about him. He was messing with Lotto, 21-year-old, 22-year-old sister privately. So Drake, you do kind of give me a little bit, pedophile vibes. And a lot of the young girls like you. He's attractive. I mean, it's to be expected. But you need to ask for ID. You really need to do your research. But I feel like Drake, he be so high as a kite. And like I said, doing, what young folks would do. Even though he ain't all that younger. So there's a lot of allegations with Drake, Drake out there. It's a lot of allegations about him messing with underage girls. And hey, Kendrick Lamar put in his music. He woke the shit up. And I like that. And so it got Drake looking crazy. But like I said, Drake, whether he wanted to, answer this beef, he had to do it. I'm glad J. Cole could sleep at night. He backed out gracefully because you know what? Kendrick Lamar was going to give J. Cole that work too. And like I said, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar is two of the same. They both is laid back. They're family mans. They married. You know what I'm saying? They're homebodies. They're not doing what Drake. So like I say, we got all three. The big three is moving in a different direction. I see why they broke up. They're not in the same lane. You got Drake turning up like he's still 18 or 19. You got Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. They laid back. They're like, fuck this industry stuff. We ain't trying to be the GOAT. We ain't trying to be a Tupac. We ain't trying to, be at the very top like Drake. And I respect that, because I keep telling people like to, look at the underdog. And I don't consider J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar underdog. A lot of people may feel like they are, because they haven't really been putting out music. Because they been there and done that. And so they just relax and enjoying life. Don't nobody want to be rapping and being irrelevant like Drake. Drake, like I said, he puts out music, consistently every few months, every year. And I respect that about Drake. But not everybody have the same mindset. And they want to take a break from rap. And I don't blame them. They're not trying to be the GOAT. They're not trying to be the number one rapper, the best of the best. Everybody, it's enough room for everybody to eat. But one thing I can say, Drake is top. He's in the top 3 when it comes down to one of the best male rappers right now in this genre and this day and age. Drake is between 1 and 3, if you ask me, because he's very consistent. He's dropping out music, and I respect that. Okay, his hustle is 100, is 1,000. Now, he may not win the battle, and he may not be like one of the dopest lyricists. He's not that. But like I said, he's a really good male rapper, and he knows how to, like I said, sing and rap, if you ask me. He's really good at pop rap and mall shopping music, okay? Like Soul Def mentioned. He's versatile. But like I said, shout out to Kendrick Lamar for winning, this rap beef. And like I said, I think he also got more in the chamber in case, Drake decides to respond a week, 2 to 3 weeks from now. If he changed his mind, he got more to say. Okay, because like I said, he's been studying Drake, and he's been prepared. So when they dropped that last, when he dropped the feature with Metro Boomin and Future a month ago, and he seen where it was going, that, beef was brewing, like I said, Kendrick Lamar went to the studio and recorded. And when Drake dropped push-ups, people like Kendrick Lamar ain't respond the way they wanted him to respond, because he was putting in the work. That's what you do. You put in that work. And he responded back to back. Drake wasn't ready. So like I said, and another thing I want to speak about is the shooting at Drake's house. This should not, get so far as to now, shooting, guns are involved. Come on now. Rap beef should never escalate to the point where people's house getting shot at. This man got a son. He got family. He can have cousins, nieces and nephews, that's inside his house. We don't know. He can have like his people living there. And so it should never result into gunfire. I don't think this has anything to do with Kendrick Lamar. Drake, like I said, is in a lot of beef. He got most of the male rappers in the industry don't like Drake. And I don't even know why. Because like I said, it's a lot of things behind the scenes that is going on with Drake that we don't know of. And like I said, I had heard that Drake had sent a cease and desist to French Montana. Y'all know French Montana in jail right now. I forgot what he did. And I didn't even know that. So they say Drake is really grimy behind the scenes. He doing like whole shit, fuck nigga shit. So this is why I say, we don't know. And we just like, oh my God, why everybody attacking Drake? But Drake, like I said, he's part of Mob Ties, one of the biggest gangs in Houston. He's in that little gang, that secret gang like. He paying a lot of these people. You understand? So that's why I say it's a lot of Drake got a lot of like hate and a lot of negative energy, coming his way around him. And he needs to clean up his act for somebody to really get hurt and killed. And it's not worth it. Because I do like Drake as a rapper. I've always been a fan of Drake. I have. And like I said, but it never should result in anyone getting killed or hurt. You understand? This is just, like I said, Drake needs to just back up. You can't win them all. You can't win them all. Back up, you know what I'm saying? Calm this little, this rap hype down. Whatever you got going on with these men out, outside of the industry or whatever you're doing in the street, tone that stuff down. Because while you sitting up there trying to be the hype man and trying to be the GOAT, you can get killed. And then once you're dead and gone, you're an afterthought. Ain't nobody going to talk about you in the next 3 or 4 years. Life goes on. It's just not worth it. You understand this shit? Like I said, I don't think this has nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. And people are saying it's the weekend because it happened in Canada. You know what I'm saying? Toronto, where where his other house is. But like I said, this, our prayers to Drake and his family. This is getting really nasty, and I don't like the direction this is going. Into the direction this is going. I don't like it. I just don't like it at all. It shouldn't like end in gunfire. This is like really dangerous. But Drake, you need to tone it down. Tone this down. Back up. Take a break. Okay, take a break. It's never that serious. Whatever you're doing, to whoever you're messing with, like, stop this. But that's all I gotta say, y'all. I gotta go.